Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Forneris, MoDOT's Assistant District Engineer here in St. Louis. I'm joined today with individuals from the National Weather Service, Missouri State Highway Patrol, and our District Maintenance Engineer. MoDOT crews still have a lot of work to do. We urge drivers, please be patient. Give those snowplow operators plenty of room to work. Crews will be on their third 12-hour shift and will be continuing to work those hours until we get the roads back to normal. During this storm, our plows statewide have driven nearly 800,000 miles already. With that, as the crews continue to work and the weather this week, I will hand it off to the National Weather Service to give us an update.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Ben Herzog with the National Weather Service. After about noon today, the snow intensity did start to taper off, but as you can see outside, it's still coming down. The good news is we think that snow should be ending here in the next few hours. Should be largely out of the St. Louis area by about 6 p.m. or so. All total, we're only looking at maybe another inch this afternoon, and that'd mainly be in the southern portion of the metro area. But based on the reports we've gotten from around the area, it seems like our two-day totals range from anywhere from about 10 inches in the western suburbs to about 6 inches or so in the southern suburbs. We do think these breezy winds are going to stick around this afternoon and into the night, and so obviously that's going to make for some blowing snow. This is a real light, fluffy snow we've had, and so we may see some of it blow back onto areas that have already been treated. And then you may have heard reports we are expecting another area of light snow to push across southern Missouri overnight tonight. We're pretty confident that's going to stay south in the St. Louis metro area and mainly along the Missouri-Arkansas border. So again, non-essential travel is still not recommended, and thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Logan Bolton with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. I'd like to start off by once again thanking those of you who stayed home today, stayed off the road. We noticed that the traffic is still minimal. We really do appreciate that. As far as our winter-related traffic numbers, they have increased today. Calls for service in total, we've had 351 so far, with 259 being stranded motorists, 53 of those being non-injury crashes, and 5 of those being injury crashes. That's more than likely due to the roads being significantly worse than they were yesterday. So if you are out on the road today, please slow down, take your time, don't pass other motorists, and expect delays. We'd much rather see you get home safely and a little bit late than you end up in a crash or stuck off the side of the road. If you do find yourself stuck, today we are continuing 12-hour shifts as well as tomorrow. The Highway Patrol will be. And if you get stuck, give a call 911, star 55. We'll get you straight to the Highway Patrol. We will be responding. It may take us a little more time than it usually does with the weather. Our cars handle the same as yours do. If it's slick for you, it's going to be slick for us. We will be on our way there, but it could take a little more time than it usually does. While you're waiting, please, if you're stuck, remain in your vehicles. That's going to be the safest place for you. If you're out of your vehicle, there's a chance you could be struck by another vehicle. If you hit a slick spot and you ended up off the road, the next car or cars that come through that area could do the same thing. Temperatures tonight and through the morning, they're going to remain low. It's going to make it extremely difficult for MoDOT to get the roadways completely clear. That packed in ice, that snow on the road, with the low temperatures, that's not going to come up easily. Tomorrow, the temperatures are expecting to raise a little bit, and that's going to give them what they need to effectively clear the roadways. So we want to encourage you again that if you can stay home again tomorrow, please do so. That's going to give them the room they need to get the roadways safe. As little amount of traffic as possible out there is what they need. So if you can't stay home, I know that everyone's going to start experiencing that cabin fever. You're going to want to get out. But it's really going to be a big help if you can just give MoDOT at least one more day to try to get those roadways clean. Right now we do have a crash, a tractor trailer is blocking westbound 44 at the 253 mile marker. One lane is open, traffic is getting through there, but expect delays in that location. For any updates on roadway blockages or crashes, you can visit Troop C's Twitter page at MSHP Trooper C. And with that, I'll turn it over to Bob Becker.
Thank you again. My name is Bob Becker, District Maintenance Engineer for MoDOT St. Louis District. I mean, we made a lot of progress today, especially it continued to snow most of the day. It's just kind of lightened up in the last hour or so. Interstates are in the best shape. We're still showing all our roads is covered still, just to keep people caution and be aware of it. It's not clear out there. You need to be careful out there. Those areas of concern for us are, ramps, intersections, places like that we haven't got over a lot. The minor roads, the side streets, those are locations. We've been over everything, but as we talked about, the snow's drifting. It's coming back on there. It was continuing to snow today, so it is still on the roadway, so everybody needs to be careful if they're out. Like we said, it was light traffic this morning. That was greatly appreciated. But as the day went on, more traffic picked up. There were more incidents. So if you have to get out, make sure you're giving yourselves plenty of room. If you're out around our trucks, give us plenty of room, give yourselves plenty of room. Your cars don't react the way. There is stuff on the roadway. We're still calling those roadways covered, so please be careful out there. Our plan moving forward tonight, we're going to have crews come in again at 7 o'clock. We're going to have all our folks out. We're going to be scraping on those roadways some more. Interstates, we're going to push back those ramps. We're going to get those roadways opened up. We're going to get across all those minors tonight so we can get out there and get some of that snow pushed back. The temperatures are going to come up tomorrow. It's going to get a little sunnier. That helps us tremendously. It's going to get in the mid-20s tomorrow. Our chemicals don't work real well when it's going to be in the teens tonight or single digits. So they don't work as well. They work a lot slower. So we're going to try to give them a good treatment in the morning. We'll treat slick spots if we have to tonight, but mainly we don't want that to get diluted and freeze back up again. So we're going to give it a good hard shot in the morning, get the sunlight on it, and get stuff cleaned up tomorrow. Most likely we'll be out over the weekend getting other situations cleaned up, getting things pushed back are some of the most important things. Like the trooper said, if you can stay home again, especially tomorrow morning, that'd be greatly appreciated. That did help a bunch because less traffic out there, less incidents we are out there. But if you need to get out, go to MoDOT.org, look on our website, look at the travel information net, see those conditions out there. And go to your local news stations, and if you're out there, give yourself plenty of time and give yourself plenty of room. I just want everybody to be careful, your folks and our folks. Michelle?
Thanks, Bob. So again, MoDOT urges travelers, just please be patient. Give our snowplow operators plenty of room to work. Those roads are still going to be covered for Friday morning's commute. So if you can stay home and avoid that travel time period, let us get some material down and let us do some work. We greatly appreciate that. With that, we can take some questions.
Can you talk about this, the dry, powdery snow, and with wind also, what kind of effect that do you expect to have tonight?
You want to take that?
It's that same thing. With those large winds, it'll drift back on the roadway, and like I said, there are some roads out there that we've been across that looks like we haven't been because the snow's drifted across there again. And that's a big concern. And the biggest part about that is being a safety issue for us because we could have the road in pretty good shape and there's a spot where that wind's blowing through and all of a sudden you come across that and there's a large amount of snow. So we want people to be careful as they're driving along tonight.
Do you expect to notice a significant improvement, not until maybe the afternoon tomorrow?
That's what we're hoping for. If everything at forecast travels like it's supposed to be, and like I said, that sun coming out tomorrow is huge for us. We get a lot of that. It heats up that pavement, allows those chemicals to work much better, and we're hoping we can make a lot of progress tomorrow quickly. Okay.
We've talked a lot about today about how it's been great that there's been a lot of people off the road. What do you think, if you can speak to this, has the impact of the pandemic been on people's willingness to stay home because they have these more remote options to be home and not be out on the roadways?
I mean, it's been a benefit. We've all experienced some of that. Even in our staff before, we had more people in this facility. And last year we were, like many other businesses, we're forced to figure out how we can do it remotely. And we made a lot of changes and it worked much better than I ever expected. And it gives those people those opportunities. And that's been a huge benefit to that because people can still keep working and don't have to take that day off and they're still getting paid. And that's tremendous for everybody.
Speaking of pandemic's impact on employment, yesterday you said that MoDOT is working with hundreds fewer people than you would like
Very good.
So as we've been saying, MoDOT is several hundred employees short of where we like to be during these timeframes of winter weather. We are utilizing all of our resources and active and trained employees to help battle the storm this week.
So would you say it has had an impact at all on the cleanup efforts?
So, we are several hundred employees short during the winter weather event. That means it takes us longer to get there. So we focus on our interstates and our higher volume routes, and then spread out from there as we can get passes on those minor routes. But it will take us longer to get there as we work through this winter weather.
Yeah, I was speaking with some folks from the National Guard who are out there. Can you talk a little bit about how they are providing any assistance with all of this?
Logan, do you want to take the coordination you have with National Guard?
Sure. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. So we're speaking with the National Guard folks who are here. I understand they've been helping with stranded motorists and traffic diversion and things like that. Can you talk a little bit about the National Guard partnership today?
Absolutely. They were asked to come in and supplement for us with the high volume we expected of stranded motorists and vehicle crashes, those kinds of things. They've been asked to come in and help us either push cars back onto the road and get them going, or divert traffic, help with traffic control, those type things.
And with these stranded motorists, just to clarify, is it predominantly people spinning, losing control, and their vehicles running off the road, or are we running into issues with people not gassing up their cars, which we've seen in the past before?
It seems like most of them are due to speeding and not traveling at a safe speed on a wintry roadway, as well as with those snow drifts like we talked about earlier. The MoDOT will plow the road, and that snow will get pushed off to the side, and then somebody will be speeding and want to go around another car, and they'll hit that pile of snow where they are trying to go around them, and that'll cause them to go off the roadway as well.
And of course, speeding means something different when the roads are large.
Right, exactly. Just because the speed limit is 70, you still can be going too fast for roadway conditions.
See behind you is Butler Hill, McKelvey, on the on and off ramps. People get stuck on those pretty frequently. We witnessed, some people trying to pull those people out. I mean, it's kind of unsafe. I mean, is there any suggestions when it comes to that kind of thing? Just, the typical person coming by and doing.
Right. Yeah, I would not recommend. It's always good to have the Good Samaritan and having somebody there to want to help and do all that. But with the dangerous weather and the dangerous roadways, it's better off to either call that in to an emergency service so that somebody else can get there. We want everybody to remain in their cars, not more people getting out of their cars to assist. So they're better off just calling it in or keep going, and hopefully the person that got stuck has called it in and they're going to wait in their car till first responders can get there to assist.
So what is it's been many years since we've had a storm of this level. What's the long-term effect that we could be looking at of all the roads getting eaten up with the plows and everything? What can we look at with that in a month?
I mean, the biggest concern when we're pushing those and plowing those, and you get, it's not a huge effect on the interstates and on the major routes, things like that. It's some of those minor roads, and we really take caution in that because, they're a minor road. Some of them are, they're older, they're not traveled as much, so it can cause some damage to those. I mean, one of the big things I always get concerned about is every time we run a plow across, I hurt my stripe a little bit. I take a little bit off of there. So striping is another thing that is affected by something like this. Right. But the real concern as we come in and out of winter, as you all know, is potholes from freeze and thaw. So the plowing on the major roads doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but the minor roads, that's a big concern, especially if we had any kind of ice and really had to start pushing on them. That's when it really causes some damage.
Okay, that's the last question. We're going to end it right there. We will have a conference in the morning when I join at 6 o'clock. We'll be here.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.